Welcome back. March is National Nutrition Month, so we decided to bring back one of our favorite nutritionists, registered dietitian Tami Schiltz, and her little training partner in crime, partner in training, Aria. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us. We're excited to be back.
So today we're talking about a really important subject that people often overlook, hunger cues. Why are those important?
Hunger cues are so important. It's the basic, but they have really become kind of overridden at a really young age, and that's why, like, after I had Aria, to be able to kind of witness her progression with that and see her being able to trust her own eating and know when to stop and when she was hungry was really insightful for me as an adult, because I have all that kind of baggage from growing up.
Yeah, and let's talk about some of that baggage, because we were just chatting. Growing up, fantastic parents, mom and dad, if you're watching, but they would always say, you know, you have to finish, clear your plate, or you can't leave the dinner table. Is that something that is outdated now?
It really is, and it's a hard one for us to break. And even watching her, sometimes it's just like, I just want her to eat a little bit more, because as a parent, you want them to have the energy they need and all that kind of stuff. But you think about, even as babies, you know, with a bottle, like, we want them to finish the bottle, or we have that last spoon, we do the airplane thing. But that's really what it's doing, is kind of overriding what their true hunger and satiety signals are, and teaching them at this young age that we need visual cues when to stop eating, as opposed to listening to our body.
So luckily, your daughter Aria has a little superpower. What is your superpower?
So when I am hungry, my tummy feels empty and it sometimes starts to hurt. And when my tummy is full, my taste buds turn off and the food tastes really weird.
So what do you do when you start feeling full? Do you stop eating?
Yeah.
You just stop? Even if there's stuff left on your plate?
Yes.
What if what's on your plate is a piece of cake? Do you still stop?
Yeah.
She actually does. She's really good with dessert, and that's where I just sit back and I'm like, man, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I've never done that. So how did you train her to be like this? How did you give her the superpower?
Well, again, it was just kind of having that knowledge. Yeah, she was born with it. But really, as parents, like, we have to learn that we're just the gatekeepers. Okay. And we're in charge of what they eat and how they eat, so making sure that we try to minimize as much distraction as we can at meal times, but also creating structure around meal times. So having breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, supper, and then really in between just trying to offer water. And if they are feeling hungry in between that, you know, you can remind them, like, well, snack's in an hour, or, you know, supper's in an hour, or vice versa, and saying, okay, you're eating lunch, you know, our next snack probably isn't going to be for another couple hours. Did you get enough? And really let her kind of check in with her tummy and see how it feels and be able to regulate that herself.
And as a mom, how important is it, or is it important at all, to involve your kids in meal planning, choosing what you get to have for a snack? Does Aria get to choose?
Oh, absolutely. We talk about balanced snacks, and sometimes she'll come up and say, you know, she wants a snack, or maybe wants fruit snacks, and I'll just ask her to check in with her tummy. I'm like, well, if you're really truly hungry, then you should probably have a balanced snack. And she's really good at knowing how to do that.
So what are the snacks that you like best, that you would choose?
Fig bars and applesauce.
And you like string cheese, and sometimes you do little meat sticks for some protein.
Protein, because what does protein do for you?
Make you healthy and strong.
Yeah. And what does your brother do? She has a 1.5-year-old brother. What does he do when he's all done eating?
He'll say, all done, in sign language in his voice. Or sometimes he'll just throw the food on the ground.
But we don't recommend that, right?
But again, that's as a baby, being able to see, like, he's all done, and we have to trust that rather than me keep offering food to him, because right now, like, he's trusting that. And so as adults, we all have that in us. We all have that superpower. It's just kind of unlearning some of those habits that we were taught at a really young age. And it's one of those things, like, now that we know better, we do better, but at the time, we don't want to waste food, and it does feel wasteful, but we know that it doesn't have to be that way anymore.
And kids can teach us so much. So thank you for coming and teaching us, Aria. It's so fun to have you here. And thank you, Tami, as well.
Thank you for having us back.